Well, AmaZulu have been celebrating today as their King Misuzulu Zwelithini took gifts to the home of his first wife, Ntokozo Mayisela, in a traditional wedding ceremony known as umembeso. Queen Thandekile Ndlovu was among those who went and gathered there today, and she's the wife of the late King Goodwill Zwelithini, who is Misuzulu's father, and she says he's fulfilled his father's wishes today. She says it's always been, or had always been, the king's wishes for his sons to get married and grow the royal homestead.
Sizizwa sithokoze kakhulu ngoba umuzwe wenkosi wesilo uyakhula. Bekade kuyiphupho lesilo ukuthi inkosi yami amadodana akhe phela akake aganwe. Nawo ke sibe nomakoti sibe nabazukulu. Ngakho ke omdala enensizwe ezinhle kangaka masibona kule qhamuko njengaloko sinokuthokoza okukhulu kakhulu. Siyamthokozela kakhulu Mayisela akeze nkosami ingane yethu nathi sihlale manje sithume.
Well, let's talk more about this then. We're joined tonight by historian Prince Zoza Shongwe. Prince Shongwe, very good evening to you. Welcome to News at Prime. Let's just take a few steps back and talk about umembeso and what exactly it means and the significance of the moment in a couple's life.
Oh, good evening. Umembeso is the traditional ceremony where the two families of the bridegroom and the bride, they exchange the gifts. Particularly, it is the groom's family that journeys to the bride's family to hand over some gifts, such as blankets, mattresses, traditional grass mats, and other gifts, which include even the gift of money to the bride. Yes. So most of those gifts are directed to the parents of the bride.
Mm-hmm. And this was no ordinary ceremony, of course. This was royalty, the king of AmaZulu, going to do this to the family of his wife, his first wife. Is it any different from how it would run in other families?
I beg your pardon?
Because this was a royal wedding ceremony, does it differ at all from what would happen in other families, or is it the same rule that applies across the board for AmaZulu?
Not necessarily, because the Zulu customs are divided into two. There are those who are prime customs that are considered to be authentic customs, such as the custom of the dari itself, lobola. Then there are customs that we can consider to be sub-customs, or it's known in Zulu as imikuba. Those traditions that are new in the Zulu society, or maybe they're done in a new way. You'll find that it's not all clans of the Zulu nation that are keeping those customs. Umembeso is one of those. It has become more of a prime tradition, but actually it's a sub-tradition. It's a umkuba, because some people will just exchange those gifts during the lobola negotiation itself. They just call it izibizo. It is not something that should be separated, where people they have to set up a specific day for it, and they have to take those gifts and send and go and deliver them directly to the bride's family. It's not always the case. Some people they just give the bride's family during the lobola negotiation. They don't separate the lobola negotiation and umembeso. So umembeso is more of a new custom, but it's becoming a regular custom.
And the significance then, what is the significance then for King Misuzulu as a new leader of AmaZulu, who we're expecting the next few weeks to be then coronated to officially assume the role?
This is a giant step for the king-elect, because it goes hand in hand with the requirements of the coronation of the Zulu king in the modern times, that when you are about to be coronated as a modern king, it's one of the prerequisites that you must be married. So the king-elect doing this is showing seriousness of the position of his office that is expected to resume.
Mm. Let's speak about the role of the new queen, Ntokozo Mayisela, among AmaZulu. What would be expected of her as the queen going forward?
Okay. It's still early though to clearly pronounce what she expected, maybe to say she could be the one expected to give birth to an heir. We still early because with a royal custom like that of AmaZulu or AmaSwati for that matter, when the king is still in his early years of assuming the throne, it's very hard to predict if how many queens will he marry in his lifetime while he's still a king. Because at the moment we see that the king-elect is intending to marry two queens so far, Mayisela and the other queen that we've heard that he has paid lobola for in Eswatini. So we will never know. Maybe he's aiming to have 5, 6, or even 10 for that matter, since he's the king. We can only have expectations if we see that the king maybe has married someone from a royal family. That's when we can say, okay, this queen, this is exactly what we're expecting. However, normally, as any other queen of AmaZulu, she's expected to be seen as someone who will support the king, who will attend the relevant ceremonies, such as the ceremony of Amakanu, where women they played a major role. They play a major role, as well as what is called Isivivane, which is a ceremony of married women, which is corresponding to Umhlanga, which is for virgin care. Yes.
Thank you very much for your time, Sir Prince Zoza Shongwe. Maybe you and I will speak one more time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more times. But for now, thank you very much for your time.